Hello and welcome to episode 6 of my stock KSP 0.23 career series. Yes, this has taken forever. I actually kind of forgot about it. I mean, I was working on the modded one and then other things and distractions everywhere. But here we are launching this beginning of some sort of station. I'm not really quite sure what I'll do just yet, but we need a lab. And so I'm sending one up into orbit. As you can see, this is a manned craft. However, we do have a system for disconnecting the top and escaping with it, whether it be due to an emergency or due to us succeeding and getting it into orbit where we want it. So that's good. So real fast, I just want to take this opportunity to talk about why it took me so long to make a video after coming back from my little trip, and also why it may take me a little bit longer to make another video. And that's because primarily I am reinstalling Windows. This is the last thing I'm making and uploading with my current Windows installation, and then I'm going to reinstall it, which means I'm going to be like on fresh everything and having to install a ton of updates and programs and get everything working again, especially because I'm going to try to do something different this time. I'm going to try and make it so that I keep the majority of my data and everything on a separate hard drive so that in the future I can reinstall Windows and only have to wipe a small portion and the rest of it I can keep. But as you can see now, we are disconnecting this stage and continuing on to orbit. Or at least I hope. I don't remember if this worked. I think it did. And also you can see we've tried to time this launch so that we can go straight into contact with something else in orbit. And it's hard to do post-commentary when you've completely forgotten what you've done. Did I just say that? So as you can see here, after a bit of fiddling with maneuver nodes and then rearranging ourselves once we got closer, we're now pretty close to the thing. And as you can see, this was my test docking. So I kind of was copying like the Apollo program in the beginning. They did not right at the beginning, or maybe it was right at the beginning. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't even the Apollo program. I don't know. The thing where they first tested if they could dock in space, and they sent two ships up with docking, and they docked them. And this was my version of that. And now we're going to attach that to this thing. We're going to put one at either end, and so this will have two crew from that. And the crew that brought it up, however, is just gonna go bye-bye. Which is kind of funny that I brought up another thing just to do that. And as you can see here, we have made a successful dock with the first portion. And I'm going to turn back to reorient myself with the planet. Eject that capsule, which is going to return from the force of those rockets. And then we need to send this other part that's supposed to stay on, and send it back over and align it and dock it. As you can see, the docking process went very smooth this time round, and we have a successful dock. Now it's just time to have this guy return to Kerbin, so kind of making him face the correct direction and then time warping a bit and then watching the pretty fireworks as they appear. See, this is what is great about this game, is that. And then, oh yes, I've accidentally come down pretty close to the KSC, which is, convenient. And then do a little tiny bit of science gathering once we've landed. We only got like a tiny bit of science out of this. And then we could put our little flag about the landing site down. Upon returning to the VAB, I decided to build a probe and try to launch it into a... I forgot. Retrograde orbit. I remembered the term that I was looking for. As I was about to say, I forgot it. As you can see, that went all but well. So I went back and redesigned it, and then took off again. And so you can see, I took a much different approach to orbit that time, and it was successful. So I went back to looking at asteroids, and I'll leave you there for today. Thanks for watching. As always, see you in space.